Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on leadchess.org and I just got paired up playing a 5-2 game. Okay, let's try something like this. Symmetrical English. Okay, let's get my knight out. And, G6, D6, D5, many possibilities. Let's go with this. Oh, okay, things are heating up in the center. If I just play e6, I could take. Don't know if I really want to do that. At least not just yet. Let me play here. And should I take here? D takes c4. D takes c4. If queen a4, I have bishop d7. If I'm playing this move, it's not like I'm trying to hang on to that pawn, but I'd at least like to see them work a little hard to try and hunt that pawn back down. Let's see how they go about that. What are they going to do? Queen a4, bishop d7. Queen takes c, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, rook c8. Or maybe even first on queen a4 I could take here. I have to be concerned of this move. That I did not suspect. That does not seem correct. Okay. Let me just take. Why not? And where does my bishop belong? E7? Yeah, let's just go to e7. So they're working with an isolated pawn. My struggle will be to make sure I get my light square bishop developed, although I don't think that should be too difficult. Let's start with this. And rook to c8. Knight b5 into here, or excuse me, knight b4 into d5, also knight b4 with bishop c6. I'd like a light square bishop exchange. That way I can rely upon this d5 square as a nice home for my pieces. I'm expecting knight to e5 right now. And I'm going to have to be alright with giving up my light square bishop. In fact, maybe I win this pawn. Knight takes bishop, knight takes knight. I'm hitting d4 twice. Be down the bishop pair, but I have something to bite again. Bite out. d4 pawn. Queen b6, rook here seems pretty sensible. They can't get this break in just yet. Maybe rook to d1. Yeah, on rook to d1, if I take, I'm going right into a pin. No, they're not doing that. If I take now, I'm on the queen, so there's no time for a pin. Knight takes d. Bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes pawn. I think I'll be fine with that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've equalized here. Yeah. Pretty confident with that. So, I guess here. I need a flight square still. And their pawn on f2 is pinned. Don't know if that's something I could take advantage of, but okay. Queen b4 is maybe an idea. How are they defending their b pawn? Let's see. Let's see how they defend the b pawn. Rook to b1. Not a happy move to play. This rook isn't doing anything. I think this is a fine square. What flight square for my king? Ideally, I'd like to, well, g6, but maybe even something like this is an idea. It's a nice fast move, tucking in the king, keeping him on a light square. This bishop is an excellent piece. You know, I guess we're going to go with this. And I have a quick move to get in at some point. Okay. I guess king up. Yeah. You gonna rattle my queen position now? Okay, let's try this now. Expecting h4, otherwise I could be playing h4. Okay. Rook d4. It's an improvement. For my rook, it stops knight here. I guess they're going for rook to d2. I'd like to reroute my bishop, yeah. My bishop could certainly try and find something better to do. Maybe get it on this diagonal, point at f2, which is a sensitive point. Should I transfer my attention to the d file? Yeah, let's try that. I have good coordination. Rook to c7. Okay, I could enter now on d2. Rook d2. Queen c5? Maybe this is a move, actually. Challenge that bishop's... Let's try that. Move first, think later. Maybe. Let's come all the way back. I feel like all the other squares are going to be... She could be challenged. He's a loose piece. I'm guarding against the 7th rank stuff. Moving the knight does not save the bishop. I have enough support for this. I guess the queen has to move. I like my position. This is a strong knight. Good rooks. I'm looking to improve further, though. Namely, my I only have one bishop. Looking to improve my bishop. I want to get him here, but it's covered for right now. If I can make this happen, bishop c5, I will have really, really good pieces all around. So what are they considering here? What queen move do they have? They have to do something awkward like queen here, yeah. Well, let's start with that. I could even improve my queen. Queen to e5. Well, actually, let's do this. Maybe I could get this move in next. No. Okay, well, I think this knight is the glue. Let's try and get rid of the glue. Maybe I could then push and challenge their king position. If I could make this f-pawn flinch with my e-pawn, I think that would be nice. Okay, we're going to take and expose my own king. But I want to make sure I don't lose that e-pawn. And this maybe is a fine home for my king. I do have my rooks that could contest any pressure on the 2nd or the 7th rank. And maybe even f4. I could consider this. I have some aggressive intentions maybe as well with f4. Scratch that. Oh, I could take. Now I can't. Bishop takes, and then they're getting stuff. All right, that's a very interesting move. Let's just go here. Now this is a fine home for my king. King here, bishop on f6, bishop on g7 would be an excellent defense. Let's go king here. I'm going to challenge my queen. Yes. Okay, let's go here. On bishop here, I have rook to d2. I might be quite alright with giving up that pawn. I think they'd be very, very greedy if they take that pawn. Very, very greedy. Are they greedy? Wow. Okay. Well, let's take. And their rook is kind of stuck. Let's make sure I don't lose that pawn. Maybe this other rook here would have been better, because it stops rook c3. Although on rook c3 I have rook d2. Interesting endgame. Opposite color bishops, I'm not thinking that this is a draw in any way. The rook is struggling. I definitely have the more active pieces. Let's stay active. Get behind these pawns. Okay, maybe improve my bishop's position. Get on this diagonal. This is what I've been wanting for my bishop for some time. And let's actually go here. Try and put a halt to their pawn movements. Improve my king position. I have to be careful because of bishop to e8. Don't know how much further I want to go with my king, to be honest. I think we're a little bit at a standstill here. Excuse me, a little bit at a standstill. I don't want to go any further. Let's see if they're going to try for more. Actually, don't I have an opportunity for this? Oh my goodness, I just dropped my rook. I resign. Oh, I missed that. Bishop takes rook. Oh, that's bad. I mean, I have a draw with this, but I'm looking at doing something like this and then rook here. I just dropped my rook. Oh, man. I wonder if I had a win here. I know it's at least a draw because of my rook position and my bishop position. But it's tricky still because I can't go too far away because of this stuff. You know, with these guys still fixed on dark, they're prime targets for my bishop, and with my pawns fixed on light, they're targets for this guy, so we have to be careful. We don't drop our pawns, and of course we don't drop our rook like I did. But yeah, this was an interesting game. Let me go into the analysis. Unfortunate end there, dropping a rook. But let's see about this one. The d4 move. Yeah. Okay. Even-ish. Yeah, I didn't think that this was, well, it didn't scare me at least, the e3 move. Is there something better than e3? Suppose queen out right away. Could take, knight takes. And then even here, and on takes, I have bishop d7. Okay, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, if I could, I mean, what happened in the game? I had my light square bishop exchanged for their king knight. If it's the case my light square bishop is exchanged for their light square bishop, all the better. No imbalance, you know, they don't have that trump in that of the bishop pair, and I have no opening issues. He has a tendency to be there's a tendency to have it be a bit difficult to get the queen bishop developed because of the bishop operating on this main diagonal, putting pressure on these queenside squares. Okay. So we took e3, even-ish, knight b4. I was too quick to allow that pawn to be taken right back. I was content with just chasing the queen around with bishop d7. I guess I can make them work a little bit harder, huh? Knight b4. Popped up there for a second, and now bishop d7. Ah. Oh, okay, so this is an interesting way to look at it. I was only seeing it as, okay, yes, they'll get the pawn back, but I'll be grabbing a valuable tempo against the queen with my rook. But maybe I could also see it as my journey to the c6 square, d7, c6, I could gain a tempo against the queen on a4. And this is a move I'll want to play anyway as well, and I can make them struggle some to get the c4 pawn back. I'm learning. These little details. I like learning of these little details here. Knight to b4, and then bishop d7, and then knight here. Okay, noted. So I let them get that pawn back. It wants to take with a pawn. Okay. Oh, well, excuse me. I didn't. Knight b5 wasn't played. Okay, this is the game here. Bishop d7, queen takes, rook c8. I was wondering what just happened there. Queen returns. I'm playing against this isolated pawn. It's an even game. Even. What is missed right around here? Does it stay even right until the end? It sure felt like it was even. I don't know that my opponent gave me anything. And I don't know that I gave my opponent anything until that final move. Rook d2 earlier. I felt that on rook here, I don't know, like queen here, and I don't really know what I have. The other rook enters. Queen here. Oh, rook takes pawn. Here's another thing. I was seeing that on this, if I do rook to d2, I was seeing that on queen c4 that I have to take. But I don't. I have defense, my queen. So I guess I could have done one better here and immediately made use of the d2 square. Played e4 instead. Trying to put in bring into question the bishop on f3, who's short on squares. Back up. e4, yeah, it's pretty evenish here. Trying to get rid of the knight. Does like f5. Well, tight game. Anything missed? Anything serious here? Ooh. -2 right here. What am I missing? Rook here, king there. And then, oh, there's no time for them to grab this a-pawn. I got that. Ooh. This would have been nice. I'm quicker to get my rooks on the second rank. Who cares about that a-pawn? How could I have better viewed this position? Because I was too fixated with this rook move, clearly. I was too fixated on hanging on to the material. But I have control of some light squares around their king. I can also potentially control these dark squares with my bishop, no doubt. And combine that with activating not just one but two rooks on the second rank and potentially dislodging this rook from e3. I should care much less about this a pawn. I know when he falls they'll have connected passed pawns, but I should have something pretty serious with both rooks on the second rank combined with a bishop on this diagonal and a connected passed pawn. Those are a lot of things to weigh in, or a lot of things to consider in this position, instead of wanting to hang on to everything. Okay. Another little mental note for me. So I should just go straight in for this and not fear this kind of stuff. Well, most directly because of this. I mean, it's not working just to this one move threat, but even if that wasn't the case, just getting the rooks on the second rank, and even if bishop d4 wasn't hitting with this fork of the rooks, it's just a real lot of play that I would have. Alright, well, I just neutralized the rook here. Rook c7, rook d7. Still have some advantage because I have the more active rook, and their king is cut off. But is it really enough right around here? Yeah, this is where we repeated some. If I approach, yeah, you see, I could only go so far. I can't allow these guys to be hunted down. Yeah, I really can't do much more. I did consider, I didn't voice it, but I did think about rook check, but what am I doing after king here? Oh. Rook there. They could offset it with rook here. -1, I'm not sure. How are things looking in this ending? Well, yeah, they're going to be the ones fighting for a draw. Yeah. Yikes. Well, how did this one end? I dropped my rook. Does that ever happen with you? Happens with me, and you saw it firsthand. Unfortunate end to this one. It was a really tight one. Right through, really. And some different ways that I could really be looking at positions like this. Well, first off, in this middle game position, really getting into that second rank much sooner, or at least considering it a bit more, getting into that d2 square. And when it did get to this point here, don't be too concerned about that a pawn when you could get 2 pigs on the second. All right. Well, as usual, feel free to leave any feedback to this video in the comments section below. And as usual, I hope you got something out of it. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.